D-Live or Discord or something, and I'll drop you an invite as well. But we're about level 17 or so. We're just trying to get we're gonna go kill Gigamine and a few other things. So I'm gonna get everything set up, get it going. Let's make sure everything's flying. Alright, got that. Let's see, we're at lunchtime. Shit. Alright, what's up, folks? Yeah, we're live. Hey, Ominous. How's it going, Ominous Picks? What are you doing, man? Alright, well, I guess... There we go. Alright, well, look at this pre-roll going. Grab myself sparkling water, and then we'll get going. That was bizarre. It just crashed right away, and I had no idea what happened. Yeah, I saw that, Ominous. It went down for a sec. It's not a problem. Let me go get Borderlands fired up. Gonna go shoot some baddies. Yeah, I know. Buddy. Ekin bulk. What's up, Hard R Gamer? How's it going, Hard R Gamer? Good to see you here. What's up, man? How you doing this afternoon? It's lunchtime, motherfuckers. That's what it is. Alright, we got Hard R Gamer. We've got Ominous Pictures. All we need now is Johnny Medieval, and we'll be golden. Alright, so... No Ominous. It is sparkling water. But, alright, let's get Borderlands up. There we go. We in the Borderlands. Hit continue, and let's fucking roll. Alrighty. Jeez, Audie has 100 people watching him play Genshin Impact? Fuck, I gotta be playing Genshin Impact. What am I doing here?
A hunt with a bounty. That would buy a lot of chew toys.
Alright, let's see. We got this. Good. You gotta go fight this guy again.
Hey, you wanna do a thing for me?
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, can you, track something down for me?
This place is a mess. Ever since the attack, I've been seeing Ratch all over Atlas. My janitor, Terry, is supposed to be taking care of it, but no one's seen him.
Hey, where the fuck
Go
is
find
he?
Terry and get him back to work. Check his office first.
Let's go back to Sanctuary.
A hunt with a bounty. That would buy a lot of chew toys.
The game doesn't look as ugly as the other two. Yeah, my monkey looks pretty cool.
Feeling better?
Good monkey. Who would say bye-bye to this precious monkey? I have 20 people sitting AFK in my chat. Thank you, everyone that is. I appreciate that. I'm not doing that quest. Yeah, it doesn't look as ugly. I mean, they improved the graphics a bit. Happy Columbus Day indeed, gentlemen. Speaking of which, I will be joining the Geeky Beaner on his Columbus Day Jackbox game. So that will be streaming on my channel. But make sure you follow dlive.tv/the Geeky Beaner. I believe it's the _geeky _beaner, but it might be just the Geeky Beaner. Go follow him. Good lad. Kill stream dude. IRL friend. Check him out. Really cool.
We need a sign that says it's been this many nanoseconds since Claptrap's last screw up. Just saying.
I suppose while I wait for Johnny, I can just hop through. You always took school off on Columbus Day, always got in trouble. Worth. We used to get Columbus Day off. Here in California, it's Indigenous Peoples Day. Because we don't want to hurt the feelings of all the people that Columbus wrecked. Why did he wreck them? No one can really answer that question. I guess I could go talk to Tannis.
Don't worry, I ain't a cannibal.
Yeah, no, we should have Columbus Day. It'll never be Native Men Day ever. It'll always be Indigenous
Can't
Peoples
stop
Day.
now. There's too much to do.
I mean, oh my gosh, I've lived in California too long. It'll always be Columbus Day. Oh gosh, the California is seeping into my brain. That's not good. All right, Tannis, take this woman.
Now, shoot! I need to do a lot of science, and your natural odor is alluringly potent and thus distracting.
Crimson Raiders to the bridge.
Just remember, California is a condition that is fatal. Johnny Medieval, what's up, sir?
Hey, what's up, man? How's my sound?
You sound good. My resident Kenjutsu master here. Or Kendo, whatever. I know it's not Kendo, but it's you're a swordsman.
Where's that ball?
Yeah, it's just, I just tell people it's fencing because they know what that is.
Yeah, everyone understands what fencing is, but traditional medieval European swordplay doesn't have the same ring to it as fencing does.
Yeah.
And it also doesn't get you...
I actually never heard that term that, what's his name, Cage used. Traditional European...
Martial arts?
Tima?
I've never heard that before. I mean, it makes sense, because it is a martial art.
Yeah. I guess I was doing it in kind of a closed environment with a bunch of reenactors and shit. We weren't doing tournaments and things like that.
See, like, those people I would call LARPers. But, you know,
Kind of.
I mean, like, I get like
LARP...
it's reenactments, but, like, I wouldn't even call people doing Civil War reenactments LARPing. I know there's a negative connotation with it, but, I mean, it's really what it is. I mean, you're role-playing characters from conflicts. I mean...
Well, true, but we're also... Yeah, I mean, I guess there's the LARPing element, too, that we're just making up characters, but...
Okay, if you're making up characters, then that's super LARPing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just... It was more like playing out the roles, going to medieval and Renaissance fairs and shit. Putting on performances for a crowd.
Seriously?
I think I've only ever been to one Ren fair. Myself.
Not yet.
It's something I never really got into.
See you planet side,
Oh, Spencer, what's up, man?
It's like I said, I thought it was kind of a nerdy thing too until I got roped into it by my friends, and then I started having fun with it.
If it's a nerdy thing, like, who cares? If you're having fun, that's what matters. I mean, playing video games used to be a nerdy thing, and then it became mainstream.
That's very true.
Gatekeeping. Always gatekeeping. Good to see you, Spencer. Good to see you, Tango. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Ominous pictures about the Miss Vagina controversy? That doesn't. I've never heard of this. Like, is it supposed to be a thing to make streamers say, "Oh, I've never heard of vagina," and then you say, "Ha ha ha, you're a loser"? Like, is that the joke? Am I missing something?
I think they were saying something about that in your general chat in Discord, but I didn't look into what they were talking about. But
sometimes I'm late to autism. Sorry.
Yeah.
And that's,
I don't really keep track of these things. But were you able to join my game? Did you try?
Oh, I need to join your game. That's right. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you.
No, I sent you an
were
invite, but
trying.
I was like, oh, I gotcha. I gotta join your game. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, we'll
Yeah, I'm just
take a
like I'm a couple of missions away from that part to unlock the class mod, and then because if we keep playing and I don't have a class mod and we gain a bunch of other levels, I'm not going to be that great.
Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, Fed, good to see you. Wow, I have 25 people just walking. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Just
cool.
chilling in my chat. Nice.
Hello, people.
I hate people, but I
Shall we hunt together?
love gaming.
I missed you, little friend.
Now there's some cool people around your little. I don't want to use the word community, but
I know what they live in a community. Let's call them a society. Let's make it gayer.
Right. We live in a society.
A white woman is marrying an old guy with dementia and admitting she wants his inheritance. Oh, cool.
Yeah,
What's the
I
controversy?
did see that.
What's the
There was-
controversy? It's hypergamy. It's human nature. Well, yeah, and
That's kind of what they do.
have you met women on his pictures? It's not to say all, obviously, but like.
Well, I guess we are in an age now where women are starting to get called out for shit, and they're not comfortable with that. So.
Well, apparently we lost a expert thought patroller the other day with Charlotte passing. I didn't know him, so it's like I'm like I don't have anything to fucking say about this. I don't know the guy. I feel like people asking me, it's like Joe Morgan just passed today. What did you know about Joe Morgan? Well, at least about Joe Morgan, I knew he was a player for the Reds and he was really good. But I don't fucking know anything. I don't have a personal story about Joe Morgan.
I don't
Before I was
know who
born.
it is.
I know. I was just making a comparison.
Top agent is gearing up to strike at Mallowan's strategic Gigamine. They are
I'm trying to equip my mech and it's not working. Oh, now I got it. All right, never mind. It wasn't letting me.
You get a mech and I get a monkey.
The mech isn't
Let's
really
see what
very
can do
good.
more damage.
A lot of times I run around. I made this build that she just throws a bunch of grenades, and I forget that I have a mech sometimes because the grenades are so good.
They're so good, yeah.
Since you're heading downtown, I'm hooking you up with a cyclone. It's fast and light, perfect for getting about the city
I mean, they did
streets.
make the
Take
mech
it for a
better.
spin.
When the game first came out, the mech was just like utterly useless.
There's,
In,
like, no
in the
point.
hard difficulties, you would call the mech out, and then it would just get blown up
That
immediately.
little sprig of mint gave you a new vehicle, huh? I'll make
Yeah,
sure
I like
it's
the
loaded
wheel
into your
cycles
catch ride
myself,
profile so
but
you can digit-struct a new one
Oh
from
yeah, I
any
forgot I
terminal.
have that now. That was the other thing when we were playing last time. I didn't have that.
Oh, you didn't have it because I hadn't done this
But
quest.
he's got quite the knack
Yeah.
for putting people's insides
All right,
on their
Tango,
outside.
I get
That
it.
is-
You're mad at Daddy Trump because he did more for Israel than you, or you perceive it that way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you don't make enough money to have your taxes cut, bro. I know that sounds like a callous fucking thing to do, but like, I don't really care about poor people complaining. Oh my gosh! Wow, that
We gave Malawan
that
unlimited supplies
that was
of screaming
bizarre
warning
connection.
to
Shit
our
there.
followers.
I like went
They gave
forward
us
then
a bunch
back,
of
forward then
crazy
back.
high-tech guns.
Did you rubber band?
Yeah,
You got
head
lag?
hard.
Is it better now, or is it gonna be a problem?
Yeah, it's better now. Oh, yeah, it's better now. I haven't rubber banded in a few seconds.
Alright. Yeah, we should be able to get this. I think it's only 1 or 2 missions from here, and it should be done pretty quick.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't be too bad. Then we can go. Oof. Is it over here? Wait, no, that's.
It's down this road. We could.
Ah,
Oh, there you are.
oh, that's right. You gotta get off the vehicle.
I have
Yeah.
need of you, beast.
Yeah, they put up those little concrete
Spencer does bring
barriers.
up a good point. Those like the cyclones do look like something out of the prequels. Like
Oh
the
yeah,
little-
they're like
the
that
Grievous
thing
vehicle
that
when he's fighting
yeah.
Obi-Wan and I think Utapau. You know, he's got Obi-Wan's on the giant lizard and he's on like the little wheel cycle.
Yeah. It is those little wheel bikes are a lot easier to get around in this little city area though.
I can never unsee what South Park did with him.
What with Grievous?
No, with the wheel bikes thing. They had an episode where the airlines, where Mr. Garrison was competing with the airlines, and he made like a wheel cycle that everyone could use, and made like this really efficient transportation network.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It had,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it had a dildo. It had a dildo on the seat, and everyone's just like, "Well, it's not perfect, but it's better than going to the airport." At the end, the government just bails out the airport, so he goes bankrupt.
I forgot that one. That's an old one.
It is
10 seasons ago. It's fucking weird these days thinking about how like a lot of those South Park episodes are like 10 years ago now or 15 years ago.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's funny. I have fond memories of like going with like my parents to like Arizona and listening to the South Park movie on like just the audio.
Oh shit! I just blew myself up with a grenade.
It happens.
But what you were listening to? What the songs from the South Park movie?
Just the whole movie, just the entire audio track of the movie.
Yeah, there was a period of time when like every time I hung out with my friends, they wanted to watch South Park. We had all the episodes on the computer.
Oh, that was nice. Hey, CP, what's up? You good sir are not to be on this early. Forgive you, but you doth protest. Okay, CP. Ironically, does a lot of fighting. I like CP.
Yeah, he's a good character. I think all of the Borderlands 2 Vault Hunters were a lot better than the ones in
Oh
this
yeah, Salvador was hilarious. The the gunsucker.
But I actually do like the gameplay, the gunplay and everything in this game better. And
Yeah, I think it does reach above. It does surpass 2 in gunplay at least, but you know, aesthetically, I don't know. The characters are okay. The Siren's way worse in this one.
Yeah, she's character-wise, she's annoying. She's obviously that character that's meant to appeal to the.
Supposed to be like the self-insert, strong whamming character, strong whamming a color character that's like, okay, I gotta check this box, this box. It's like,
it's
why?
just basically the feminist character, like
exactly.
in Last
Were you
of Us
afraid
2.
that we were all enjoying these sirens you clearly modeled after like either Ukrainian or Eastern European models? Although Maya might be modeled after a Hispanic model, but whatever. She's still aesthetically attractive.
This one they made her like one of those gods that the Hare Krishnas worship.
Right, very like Indian almost or something.
Yeah. They needed more diversity.
Yeah, like I don't care if you make her an Indian woman, just make her sexy. Like that's all I'm asking. Like that's a siren, okay?
Like she has better abs than any of the male characters.
Yes, that should not be the case.
You there?
Yeah.
How are your
They try to make like these kind of trans characters that aren't really trans. They just kind of sneak it in there, you know.
Yeah. Well, they actually made a trans character in The Last of Us 2, and it's surprisingly not Abby. It wasn't enough to make that monster.
She's a trans character, but they just don't say it.
No. Oh god, that sex scene. I can't get that out of my brain.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, yeah, I don't need to see all of this. That's enough.
I remember I was playing the game and I was like, okay, I've heard there's a sex scene, and it just kind of just happens, you know? And it's just like, no! Stop! Why are you doing this? You have a pregnant girlfriend and she's a ham beast! What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm yelling at the other character. The other character's like, what are you fucking doing, you monster?
I think the SJW types like to put things in there like that, like, because they get a thrill out of thinking that, oh, this is gonna trigger normal people, you know.
Nice one.
You know, not gonna lie, like it's not really that it happened. It's just like why and how and when it happened. I was just like, what the fuck? This was not. This did not seem like this was leading up to this, but now I have to live with this now.
I forgot this sniper rifle over here is really good for the level.
What's this? Oh, the null pointer. Yeah, I had null pointers before.
Because
oh no.
Yeah, with this character, I only use explosive weapons because her skills make them a lot better. So a gun like that it's good, but it's not good for this character.
It's good for this stage of the game.
Yeah.
So Hard R Gamer, you found a clip of Darkside Phil. You found it probably took the Darkside Phil jerking off clip and just had the Last of Us 2 playing.
Thank you.
Were they also playing I'm Nuclear in the background?
I'm not sure which is more disturbing of those two clips.
I feel like there's some sort of like I don't know, like the Phil thing seems like it was less malicious. You know? Like they're both disgusting in their nature, but like
at least Phil's was accidental.
Yeah, Phil's was accidental. Neil's was intentional. Neil's jerk-off material was intentional. How did that guy recover? I mean, I think the gout cancels out the career-ending mistakes.
That guy has to have some kind of insider connection in this business, whatever this business is, because he gets away with everything. He doesn't get canceled for anything. As much as I hate to use that word.
I think he's just like he's notable enough yet unnotable, you know? Have you ever seen Venture Brothers, Johnny?
Yeah, I've seen it occasionally. I didn't watch it religiously, but I saw it.
But there's the two henchmen that the Monarch has, right? 24 and 28. They're like the
vaguely remember them.
They're always like this. But there's an episode where the Monarch tells his two henchmen, "You're that perfect combination of an expendable yet invincible." And that's how I think like Darkside Phil is. You know, it's just like he's invincible yet somehow completely expendable. Like there's no deeper connections or anything. He's like just big enough to matter, but not big enough to like be relevant.
I think there's just something about like YouTuber types that have just been around for long enough, and they become like a fixture with all the weirdos who are behind the scene, and they give them a break with everything. And, I mean, I think he's got to be useful to somebody, or somebody just likes him.
I think it's just like he gets enough viewers from like troll communities to like drive his channel metrics high enough.
I would be inclined to agree with that, but you see them sometimes banning people who have giant audiences just because they don't have the right opinions or whatever.
But they like to be tactical about that. They like to do like when they do big people, it's usually like all at once, or it's like all really silent, you know. Like usually they like to send a message, you know. What is it? The old you shoot one person to disperse the crowd.
But here's the boss right here, so we're already up to it.
Gigamine soon.
Just after we kill this guy, we can go play on your game. I just wanted to get this thing unlocked.
Instead of a recovery arc, DSP had a refractory arc. Okay.
Is that a physics joke or something?
Well, like refractory, I think like light refracts, but like you guys just like he reflected back. Min-maxed intelligence, I do like that joke.
Okay, this guy's going down fast.
Yeah.
I think really we were supposed to feed him like 5 levels ago, I think.
The smart
you find
guy.
something for me?
Good.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. You should use it.
Good. I'll drop one of what I have.
It's just that it's not explosive, so otherwise I would use it.
I will keep it separate from the others.
Here's a little doohickey if you want that. I already have it.
Let's see.
what do you call those? The
Oh,
little
the siren's mark?
yeah.
Give you like tattoos?
No, it's one of the little things you dangle off your guns.
Well, the dealy
I forget what they're
boppers.
called.
Wow.
Trinket.
You really just popped
And
the
there's another
brakes
chest
right
over
out of
here.
my gigabyte.
CB Surfix says refractory period is how long you cannot get an erection after jerking up or climaxing. He says.
Okay, I've learned something today.
I learned something today. Did I want to learn it? No. But I learned something today.
See if there's anything good in that chest for you, and then we'll just switch to your game.
Yeah. Oh, I did have a smart gun already. It is a TDR. Oh, it doesn't explode. It just goes into a brain. Oh.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
some of those, you got certain special weapons, you got to test out what they do, because sometimes they have hidden properties, you know?
Yeah. Alright. Well, switch games, and then we'll start the Krieg. Oh, what's up, Grandma 2?
Yeah, doing the DLC would be good. This, the main plot, I just kind of do it without even thinking about it, because I've played through it, like, I don't know, 8 times, leveling up all the characters when I used to play this a lot. And because I leveled up all 4 characters to 50 before any of the DLC came out. And then when the DLC came out, I kind of lost interest in the game because I was burnt out on it.
Yeah. Oh shit, Larry Ridgway with the host with 10 viewers. Thank you, Larry. Thank you so much, man. Alright, so I'll quit out of this one to go to my instance?
Yeah, go ahead, and then I'll quit out.
I see.
And just invite me to yours.
Let's see. Let me see. Can I say start at? Oh, yeah. Alright, so I'll continue.
Right? Actually, you don't even have to invite me. I could just go to the social menu and join you.
I prefer the anti-social menu.
A hunt with a bounty.
I prefer the socially awkward menu.
Yeah, exactly. I do like that you can fast travel from anywhere in this one.
Yeah, that's
That was a nice addition.
I
Thank you so
always
much,
like
Larry,
those,
for the host. Larry Ridgway, dlive.tv/Larry, is it dot? Is it? Larry.Ridgway, check him out. Great channel. Great lad. Alright. Alright, so I'm in. Just gotta join on me, and then I'll go start Krieg. I'm already like halfway through Kriegs. So actually, wait, why don't we start your Kriegs?
We could do that if you want to, but then
Yeah,
we'd have to switch games again.
Yeah, sorry. Just start yours. And God damn it.
Okay,
It's just like, well, like, wait, I've already done it. I might as well start it again.
Okay. Well, I'm joining into yours right now, so I'll finish joining.
We're making this more complicated than it needs to be.
You've got 2 choices. Buy an SDU or don't. But you definitely should. For your convenience, I installed your new SDU.
And actually, like, if you want to continue playing on these characters, we'll probably have to go do the main plot at some point just to go and unlock our artifacts eventually.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Unless you can do that just by playing DLC now. I don't know if they've changed that. But okay, I'm in your game. I'm gonna quit and start my game again.
Right. We're making this more complicated than it needs to be.
We're playing musical games or something. Did you just join my game before I started my game?
I think so.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I think you can.
Because I saw your character appear on the main menu.
Yeah, no, you can do that. You can do that before.
Were you able to do that in Borderlands 2?
Yep.
I don't remember that.
I recall being able to do that in Borderlands 2, even though I barely played any multiplayer in Borderlands. Well, besides, I played some co-op with my brother, but...
I played tons of Borderlands 2 multiplayer, but I played it with strangers. You know? I was always bouncing in and out of people's games. I thought it was fun like that.
Yeah. Grandma 2 would kill his wife. I have to recommend against it. Alright, so I think
so. Where do I go to start the Krieg thing? Is that this poster over here?
Is there a Krieg poster? I think it's not a Krieg.
No, that's Bounty of Blood. That's the wrong DLC. Or is The Krieg one is called.
It's right here. It's in the Tannis' lab. It's the Fuster Cluck.
Oh. All right, I'll be right up there.
Yeah, it's the Psycho Krieg and the Fantastic Fuster Cluck.
I actually see. I haven't played any of these decent DLCs. I bought the season pass and I never fucking used it.
Yeah, I know. I had the same problem. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have all this time, and then there were like 20,000 other games to play, and I was like, well, I'll get back to it.
Yeah.
I'll get back to it.
Maybe I should learn the lesson that maybe I shouldn't buy season passes until later on, just in case I lose interest in the game.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Enter the Psychoscape.
What is the joke about character creation in Baldur's Gate 3, Grandma 2? I don't know what the joke is. I mean, the devs like set like black female as default for being a human, and what they found was everyone chose like standard white males, and so they were mad. They were mad, and they tried to couch it like, we let you have like demon tails and red skin or like, you know, alien features, and you all chose to be, and like really they didn't. I mean, it's pretty standard, what it is.
Well, demons and aliens are cool, and black people are
yeah, exactly. Well, maybe when I play Dungeons and Dragons, I kind of want to play a person that looks like me, or what I'm physically attracted to. Oh no!
I am being sent directly into
Yeah, that would
someone's
make
brain.
sense too.
This is all highly
Like that's what I play. When I play.
Well, some people do like to make characters that they don't like looking at. Like
That's true.
I've seen people making some monstrosities in like Bethesda games.
That's true.
Turn up all the sliders and look like a troll.
Yep.
What goes through the mind of a psycho?
Yeah, that
something
I've done that
rusty and
before.
sharp.
Basically, it's the extremes. But the thing is, like, standard black woman, I wouldn't even consider, like, to reach that level, you know? It's like, it's not like an abomination, and it's not what I'm attracted to or want to play as. So it's like, it's just something that just doesn't ever cross my mind.
It's just a thing that's there, and you don't really want to be one.
Yeah, wow.
This is Creed.
I wouldn't mind being Oprah Winfrey.
Crimson Raider.
Well, I did level up.
I don't know. I mean, like,
a psycho.
married to a
Would
woman
you,
and that
though?
rich, I mean, not so bad.
It looks horrific living in that body.
Yeah, does not take care of it. But yeah, she's rich, so she'll live.
As such, in order to
Yeah,
get
she'll just take the adrenochrome and stem cells.
What is the origin of a psycho?
Grandma 2 wants his
What
characters
lies
to be
within
freaks. That's fine.
Valhalla? We are about to find out.
Well, I did make that Star Wars character that was a weird alien.
That's a cool alien. Herglix? You know what it
Yeah.
reminds me of? Did you ever see the Disney movie Lilo and Stitch?
No.
Okay,
I
well,
thought-
it was the movie
I thought
about
that was a video game.
no, but it was like there was a movie about like a little girl in Hawaii who meets like a little alien, and there was this big like whale. He kind of looks like a Herglick. He's like a whale person alien that like was charged with like bringing him back to prison because the thing was like a dangerous animal.
I am speaking to you by way of my custom brain link
So
technology.
yeah, it is similar.
But long story short, the little girl learns that the little guy just needed a friend. Obviously, you know, the dangerous alien that that came to her island really just needed a friend. I don't know what Disney was pushing with that, but
I do not usually do that. Why? What are you seeing?
Pei's originality is extinct, but she's now just Pei on D-Live.
So wait, did Tannis put us inside of a psycho's head or something? I didn't see what that
We're
seemed like.
inside Krieg's brain
Yeah,
somehow. It's
this
not
is a weird one.
doesn't really make sense, but we're in Krieg's brain. Although I do like the aesthetics of this area. The psychos on the fucking bullets.
It's kind of funny with the colorful grasslands here.
Yep.
We're
Oh shit.
fighting psychos in a prairie.
Yeah. Killed my monkey. Spencer, you're bad at making good-looking characters. This is why I don't draw my own art, Spencer. 1, I can't draw. 2, I have no artistic sense. So I let other people have that for me.
I used to draw. I was halfway decent at it, but I was never good enough to be satisfied, so I just kind of quit doing it at some point.
Yeah.
But I'm decent, but I'm not like a great artist.
I can't even draw like a circle. I can only draw straight lines.
I was actually thinking of trying to experiment with digital art. That might give me a little bit more of an edge to make me create something that's worth a fuck.
Not a bad idea. I mean, like, art is one of those things that if you can do it, you can do it. You can practice it, obviously, but if you don't have, like, you know, a good artistic sense, you're kind of fucked. And other people will pay for it. I mean, I paid for that, you know, concept art. I paid for an artist to put together a 3D model. And believe me, if I could do it, I would have done it myself.
I think I have a good imagination, but I can't quite put it down on paper the way I want it to be.
Just on the other side.
Yeah.
I used to always, when I was DMing games, I used to draw all the characters and stuff. Or, like, if I was gonna give a magical item to somebody in the party, I would draw it and be like, "You find this," you know.
See, I have like all the 3D printing gear and shit, so when my DM needs something done, I just go, okay. I make a print, you know, I go prep it, get it all ready, and then it's like, yeah, you go nuts, you paint it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I mean, you know, DMing is a valuable service. Art is good, but you hate artists? Wait, Grandma 2, are you telling me you don't like a certain Austrian leader who was an artist? Wow, Grandma 2.
I just kind of had a brain fart and forgot that when you click on a new zone, it counts down to 5, and I was clicking at it like, why won't I go through?
Yeah.
What's this over here? Oh, it's a little one of those tapes.
If we're stuck in here together,
Yeah, I was playing this game a lot like last October, and then I haven't played it for about a year, so I've kind of forgotten how to do some things in it.
Yeah.
Welcome to my home, I guess. I'm not really used to having
Gotta go
guests
deal with the
around here.
duality of Krieg in this one.
Yo, I'm Mose. And if that was Krieg back there...
I kind of like don't even care about the story. I'm just like, give me some things to kill.
I'm the part that remembers how.
I thought it was a good idea to make us one about Krieg, because like, I was like, who the fuck is Krieg? You never, they just like, he had the best trailer in the second one. Did you ever see that?
Called it Valhalla.
I've seen it, but I don't remember it.
It's basically like his sane voice just talking, like, come on, don't do this, man, don't do it. God damn it.
See that?
Maybe I didn't see it because I don't remember it at all.
It's actually pretty good because his serious voice is. This actor is the one doing it. He's great.
Maybe you can sneak in though.
I think that was another one that Borderlands 2. I kind of got burnt out before all the DLCs came out, and I just never went back to play those DLCs. I think. Oh no, actually, I played the pirate one.
Oh yeah, that one's kind of just okay.
Drama queen. I wouldn't give
I
actually kind of like the DLCs in the first game too, though.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Good, we're on the same page. Maybe I'll just.
I really liked the DLCs though in 2.
Wait, what? How would
Especially the Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep. Unfortunately, like,
oh yeah, that was the
one.
one I was interested in going back to play, but I never did. I watched.
Oh, you never played it?
No, I watched some YouTubers play it because I was like, I'm bored of this game now, but I'll watch that.
Yeah, fortunately, like, I played the shit out of Borderlands 2 when it came out, and then, like, stopped, and then when I came back, all the DLC was already out, and I was just like, hey, bro, let's go play.
That might have even, maybe if I had somebody else to play it with, like I said, none of my real life friends are really into video games. But yeah, if I had somebody to play it with, I might have been interested in going back to it.
Well, one of my best buddies is my bro.
And it's weird too because I do have some nerdy friends that would like when I used to DM, they'd come and play my games and stuff, but they just weren't into video games.
What do you mean you lost them?
Or at least not very much into them.
Yeah. Oh no, Grandma 2. I don't know what you mean, Grandma 2. No clue. I don't know about any dancers or any rooftop raves, okay? I know nothing about it, Grandma 2. I follow all the rules.
I'm not even paying attention to what these Kriegs are saying. I'm just waiting for him to stop talking so we can go. What
I've
is
already
this?
heard this dialogue.
Oh, there's like other floors and stuff here. Oh no, that's where we came from.
Yep.
Give the baby its milk bone.
Oh, this is a freaky looking map though.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're in his brain.
It was before this guy had his way with it. Hope you're up for some weird stuff.
So are we gonna like go to other dimensions in his brain?
Yes. Grandma 2 is returning to Monkey.
You heard him. The statue's buzz axe is in there somewhere. Let's go get it.
I would probably pay attention to what he's saying more too if I had the sound up, but then I wouldn't hear you.
I'm sorry, I don't talk loud enough.
No, I'm not complaining about you talking. I intentionally made it lower so I could hear you. Because I'm not very good at parsing two different voices coming through my ear at the same time.
That is trouble. Nagila Hava. What does they mean by this, Chris?
Hey, I remember this. Lilith sent us on a mission to assault a COV stronghold. Listen, you're probably in for a
Took me a little while to load there. I'm not sure why.
Oh, that's
There's a
weird.
chest over there. Check it out.
Tannis, will this, sweet loot still function in the real space?
Ooh.
Oh yes, they will remain perfectly functional. So long
Well,
as
also,
you
you got
process
that
the concentrate
supercomputer.
on
My
the belief
computer's
in their
like pretty much
non-impermanent
exactly half the
anti-existence.
specifications of yours.
It's nice, no? And then, of course, they went and released a freaking graphics card that basically doubled the specifications of mine
With all sorts of weaponry, something to look forward to.
without pre-announcing it any earlier.
Well, guess we'd better get to it. Go on.
Yeah, I was considering building a new computer sometime soon, but right now I feel like I should save money to get out of New York.
That would be a wise decision. Me, I get to write this off on my taxes.
Oh, you have a business that this is your streaming is
I'm
attached
doing
to?
it right now.
Awesome.
I make enough money for this to qualify as a taxed entity, so I'm like, well, fuck, if I'm gonna pay taxes on it, I'm damn well gonna write off my business expenses.
That's cool.
I mean, fuck, I probably will. I'll probably have ended up losing on the business, so I might be able to carry over those losses on other things. I'll look into it.
He's really excited to start looking for that buzz axe. Let him know when you're ready to go.
Mark.
They hit the wrong button.
Get that psycho.
What are we supposed to do? Talk to him now? Can you get your talking done and let us go already?
Yes, yes, I see. The
Ghost is on his lunch break. We don't have time for your talking.
Yeah.
so obvious.
Gamers. Yes, Grandma 2, this is Johnny Medieval.
Hey, what's
Johnny
up,
Medieval
man?
is joining me. We're playing some Borderlands 3.
Lilith sent the Crimson Raiders on a number of missions, but I do not recall them being so meat-centric. Alas, such is the fleeting nature of memory.
Did she say meat-centric?
Yep. Well, I mean, we are in like some weird, like
Much
skulls,
good word.
ribs,
playing Echo
and
Phone,
other things.
whispering messages into each other's faces. The memory distorts
I do kind of like Tannis as a character, but in this game they did make her a little too also random.
Yeah, it's like that was kind of Tina's role, but now that Tina's like a teenager, it's just kind of like, it doesn't have the same charm, I guess. Like, it's like, oh, you're just a hormonal teenager now, instead of like a hilariously sociopathic child.
Yeah, she was pretty entertaining in the second game, not so much in this one.
Yeah.
And in this one, they got that other teenage girl that's a really annoying.
Right. In this game, they made me like Maya a lot, and then it's like, oh, now she's gone. It's like, well, fuck. Thanks for giving her a personality just to get rid of her. Can't have anyone steal the spotlight, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of funny the cycle of Borderlands characters. Like they don't really have a personality when you're playing as them,
and then they get one in the future games, right?
And then they get a personality
right.
in the next
It's
game.
like you are born and you have no personality, and then you become a character, and then you'll die. And then
It's the circle of Borderlands life or something.
Yeah. Unflappable.
It's kind of funny, like when I was playing this game a lot last year, this Halloween event was going on, and those skulls were all over the place, and now I'm playing it again, and they're all over the place again.
Right, yeah. My thoughts exactly. Let's see, just equip this.
I do kind of like the drops you get for the Halloween event.
They
I
have
the
like the
shotgun.
special abilities or whatever.
Well, yeah, the anointments are kind of meh. They all revolve around you getting feared by those skulls, and you get bonus effects. But I like there's a good shotgun you can get, and the sniper rifle's kind of cool.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna shoot bombs. Oops. Hey,
Oh,
End
yeah.
Boss, thank you for the lemon and the ice cream, End Boss. How's it going, End Boss?
I think I've had that gun before. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah. In real life, Chad. Sorry, Chad. In real life, the monkey gets the Stacy. I don't know about that.
Took a second for that to settle in.
Yeah. We need not dwell upon returning to monkey.
Are we talking about coal burning here?
We're talking about biology. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, we're talking about nature. We're talking about anthropology. Monkey. That's what we're talking about. It always makes me laugh when the Google image matcher cannot tell the difference. It's just like that.
No, what's really creepy about Google lately is the way they're manipulating the search results.
I mean, they've always been manipulating them. They've just gotten less subtle.
Like you do image search about the American family.
Yeah,
and they shouldn't-
oh god, yeah. My favorite is famous European inventors. And it's like, yeah, really? You don't really?
Well, they do that with American inventors too. You search
yeah,
for the. Yeah.
But like, I
So-
expect them to do that for American inventors. Like for Europeans, it's like, well, wait a minute, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, they're getting really blatant with this shit lately, and it's gonna annoy a lot of people. And that's a good thing.
Yeah. It is a good thing. And not in a Bernie Sanders kind of way. It's a good thing in just a general kind of way.
In a waking up the masses kind of way.
It kind of has to be. I mean, I'm okay doing this peacefully, but if that fails, that's what lead's for. Obviously, that's not a threat. It's just an understanding of reality. Okay, D-Live, calm down.
I mean, just eventually people are going to start saying, like, hey, you know, we have our own identity, and I'd appreciate it if you'd stop trying to shove other people's identities on us. I just fell in the hole.
Oops. It happens.
It never lasts.
I mean, I'm generally such a...
I was so fired up about my white identity that I fell in a hole.
Yep. Yeah, me, I'm just not obsessed with identity, you know. I'm just so self-absorbed. I don't really care.
Well, I wouldn't say so much obsessed as...
I'm not gonna go shit on people for caring about it, you know. It's like, hey, it's a part of you, and you know, like you have a people and you have a history, and it's like that's cool.
It never lasts.
It's actually something that I didn't used to be concerned about, and I think that's part of the problem.
Yeah, I'm concerned when I see it used, and the idea of it used in opposition to me, you know. Because it happens.
Yeah, I mean,
quite
I
often.
could say I understand where you're coming from with that too, because I have seen some examples of that with people taking the whole degeneracy thing a little too far.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
I don't see that as necessarily a part of our identity. I see our identity as just shoring up our own confidence in ourselves as a group.
Ensuring our own confidence in ourselves as a group?
Yeah, I mean, the reason why we're able to be pushed around as a group is because people just aren't confident in us having any kind of group identity. And I don't think necessarily like policing other people's interest in anime waifus is really going to have any sway over that.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, for me, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. Like, my problem is that Europeans have been killing each other for so long. You know, had been in opposition to each other for so long that we've been like a fractured identity for centuries now. And then on top of that, you come to America, where we've all intermixed with other Europeans. That we're all we're becoming indistinguishable from our initial like European identity, you know.
Well,
so it's hard for me to get behind that.
I do understand. I understand where that argument comes from, and I do think there's some validity to it. But I think that sometimes you have to define your identity by how your enemies see you.
Yeah, but like fuck them. Like,
I mean, but you know, it's to our interest to realize that there is other groups of people out there that just see us all as white people. They don't care what countries we came from.
I understand that, but those same people see Jewish people as white people too, and you don't take them just because other people see them as white people. But you,
well, that's,
would you say
that
because?
I,
but would you say that because like they reject that themselves?
Yes.
Because then it's like, well, I mean, like.
Well, not only
but you
just
take me, even if I reject
because,
my identity as just a white person, right? That's
well,
what I'm saying.
Not just because they reject it, but because they see themselves as opposed to it. They actually help to propagate notions that are anti-white as a group. Not all of them, but as a group, by and large, the tribe is against white people.
I think they're against everyone. It's just they see a big target that doesn't fight back and take advantage of it. You know?
That may be.
Shield. Hey! This guy attacked me for.
But I think that while they're against anyone that is not of their group, they're also using a lot of the other groups against our group in particular.
Yeah, but I think they're also using them against each other, too.
Against others of their own group, you mean?
Or within, or without. Within and without. You know? I don't think it's really that simple, you know?
Mm.
But
I mean, nothing is that simple. But
yeah.
you can recognize certain patterns.
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, I understand why the IQ differences are ignored, and it's like I understand the damage that does to society in general, and that's why it's like
you do need to make decisions based on general trends and not on exceptions.
You gotta like accept reality at some point.
True.
You know, it's not. Most people don't dislike other people for nothing. You know, most people are either, you know, trained into it or conditioned into hating other people, like, if anything. Most people are just like, if you're good to them, they'll be good back to you. But if you're conditioned by propaganda or misinformation, then it's very easy to hate.
That's true for the most part, but then when it comes down to divisions and tensions and outright conflict, you can see what sides people take. And
sure.
that
doesn't. I don't see like looking out for your own group or wanting to like propagate your people or like help your own people over the interests of others. I don't see that as hate. I see that as love. You know, it's like you just love your people more than other people. It's not that you hate other people. It's just look. You know, I have a limited amount of resources. I have a limited amount of time. You know, I have to use them to help the people closest to me, you know?
That's true, and you can actually be in support of the group identity by supporting those who are close to you, can't you?
I don't know. I don't like the people that just throw out people that, you know, just throw out people on their face because they're not 100%, you know, for or against like what they want them to be, you know, or try to.
Well, look, I mean, you and I, like around shortly after you and I met, we were butting heads about these things, and I didn't like say get out of my life, I hate you because you don't agree with every little thing I say, you know. I think that there's a little bit of a tendency to think that people who believe as I do are that hard and fast about it.
Well, I mean, you know, there's people like Dingo or other people, you know, that are I think, a bit too purist for their own good, probably.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I think purity spiraling is just retarded.
Yeah, you know, the kind of people that are like, you have to vote again, you have to vote, you have to not vote to teach Trump a lesson. And it's just like, okay, so when they disarm you for hate speech, what then? You know,
like a certain somebody who the SJWs like to celebrate getting punched in the face.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like me, I don't like Richard, but you know, I'm also.
Yeah, I'm trying not.
I'm not gonna like set up a Discord to get him kicked off Discord. Okay, I'm not gonna like do gay ops to like fuck with him. You know, I'm just gonna like, where I think he's wrong, I'm gonna tell him he's wrong. Where I think he's right, whatever. I'll hold my tongue.
Yeah, there's actually a lot that I disagree with that guy about.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna spend my energy counter-signaling him. I don't think that's...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I will. Where I think he's wrong, I'll try to talk back against it. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to like deplatform him because.
And I wasn't avoiding saying his name because I like disavow or something.
No,
I just,
yeah.
I recognize that there's power to saying that.
Yeah, you do kind of give it power by acknowledging it, I suppose. But like, for me, it's just like, look, I think you're wrong on this issue, and I don't think he's gonna change his mind before the election. But really, I mean, what can you do about it? I guess he can just.
I mean, I'm not gonna go as far as to say like this guy is like some sort of asset to some sort of alphabet agency, and.
But if it were to happen, I would not be surprised at all.
Perhaps. I would have to.
I'm just saying, like, anyone that's allowed on CNN and other things, it's like, really? Has Nick Fuentes been on CNN? Has Nick Fuentes been on Fox News? You know, good old milquetoast, Groiper King, Nick Fuentes?
You may have a point there.
I'm just saying.
That may be a reason to question it. Look at these guys riding bullets.
I love the guys riding bullets.
I just noticed them.
Like, I don't even love Nick Fuentes. I'm just saying that, like, it seems to me that, like, the people they don't talk about seem to be the people they probably actually fear are effective. The people they do talk to, they talk to them because they think it's effective to talk to them. Give people a boogeyman to fight against, you know?
Yeah, there is something to be said about that, like the whole, like they kept around Alex Jones until they felt like he wasn't useful anymore.
Well, they kept around Alex Jones until they felt he was an integral part of helping Trump get elected, helping, you know,
yeah, right.
normalize a bit more of him for the dissident right, you know?
Yeah, I think they made a list in 2016 and started with
yeah, 100%. You know, and they handed that list to Google and Facebook and YouTube, and they were like, well, look, we can do this for you, but we're gonna need time. We can't do this all at once. You know, and that's what they've done. Slowly but surely, they've choked.
Well, they wanted to do the whole boiling the frog thing.
Exactly. So like we can't, like the journalists wanted it right away because, you know, they were mad and angry that they lost their power in rigging elections. You know, let's call it what it is, okay? Like we could say, oh,
it's a childish temper tantrum.
Right. They
skill. That's all it is.
Unfortunately, Google, Facebook, and all of them are way smarter than all of those idiots. And they were just like, well, listen, guys, we've been doing this shtick for years. You can't just do it at once, okay? There's a reason the journalists are all bankrupt, and these tech companies are all insanely rich. And, well, one, they got a whole bunch of funding from the government, but two, you know, they know what they're doing. They're not idiots in charge of them.
While I wouldn't say they're idiots, I don't think they're necessarily pragmatic sorts either.
Well, I wouldn't call them like massive, big brain, 10,000 IQ geniuses, but I would say they're 100% smarter than any journalist.
I think they're motivated by things that it's not necessarily that smart to be motivated by, like their weird sort of orthodoxy.
Well, that's true. They're all dyed-in-the-wool lefties.
I mean, they take it to a degree that it's hard to really tell how they operate, these elites, but they do take it to a degree where they are putting their stupid beliefs ahead of profits and normal considerations for these big corporations that you would think they had.
I hope Tanis knows I was
we always used to think of these corporations as just existing to make money, right?
I don't know. I haven't thought that way for probably 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
it's
in the last 5 years or so, I would say.
Unfortunately, I think to simplify things is that they've made so much money that they've broken through to the other side where, another...
Well, now they don't want the money, they want the
Right,
power.
another 10% of their net worth isn't the same value to them than controlling all of society and sanitizing and sanctifying it so they never have to worry about the smelly and ungrateful Walmart shoppers, being able to defend themselves from angry criminals, while they live.
You think the leaders of their groups really think of it that way, though, or do they just want power? That's all there is to it?
I think they are of the minds of like old style, like European aristocrats and autocrats of sorts, where they just want. They see woke policy as a path to a pacified people, like a kind of class of sheep that they can just, use and extract resources. They basically just shear them every once in a while, get the resources off them, and never have to worry about them being angry or choosing competitors.
But isn't that kind of going full circle back to they just want resources, profits?
Kind of, but they want what's more than just money. That's the thing, because what they have right now is absolute power. They could, if they really wanted a law made, and they really, they could probably marshal the resources to make it happen. Now,
I don't know if they're quite to that point yet. I would say they're probably headed that way. But if they could just do it, they would be just doing it right now.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
there is a degree of them still trying to manipulate democracy and things like that. If they didn't have to do that, they wouldn't be doing it. Like if they had the power to have more direct control, they wouldn't be so sneaky and manipulative.
Yeah, but I think they have like a two-pronged approach of sorts, where they want to both have like the brokering political power that they currently are building, but they also want to be able to do it in-house. They want to be able to do it in the absence of the politicians, to kind of have that element of control, which is what Google has with information, or Facebook has with information, YouTube has with videos, Amazon has what you can and can't buy.
Well, like I was saying to you in the chat the other day, it is starting to feel like they're doing some kind of mad scientist sort of psychological experiments on the masses and manipulating people's minds.
And as I said yesterday, yes.
I mean, there's just like there's no medical ethics. It's just an outright psychological experiment at this point.
I mean, Mark Zuckerberg, he says he doesn't let his kids use social media, like, duh. Who knows what he's doing is harmful to human interaction, harmful, but it's profitable. Lotus says that...
Kids, don't use my products. I don't want you to get manipulated.
Oh, wait a minute. Lotus says that the CEOs get pushed out for heresy. That doesn't happen when you're in power. Well, that's because you're classifying all CEOs as the same thing. Like, there are different kinds of CEOs in the industry, right? There are CEOs with controlling shares, and there are CEOs that have, that are just like the operations guys, or people that were employees that work their way up. And those are very different people. Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, those kinds of CEOs have like endless power. That's the point, you know. Like those guys have like endless power. But if you're, I try to think of one. If you're
I don't think they have endless power yet. I think they have a lot of power over certain sectors of our society, but I don't think they have the absolute power they want to have. But I do think they are.
I think they're approaching.
Trying to get there. Yeah.
Looks like we have.
I think they're
like they don't have the power to launch our armies yet.
Well, yeah, probably not. Probably, I hope so.
Oh, where did you go? I lost you.
But I'm saying the people like Bezos and Bill Gates and them, they have almost unassailable power, but the normal CEOs don't. You know, the ones that are operational. But like, if you have like a 60% share, you can tell people to fuck off. Or what they actually usually do is, if they have that much a share, they just say, I'm stepping aside. Which basically means they just don't have to show up to work anymore, and they still exert the exact same amount of power over the long-term decision-making of the company. Because they just go into an advisory role at the company.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that I quite understand all these weird corporate operations, but I'm just a nobody, and I've worked in blue collar work.
How long would Gates last if he didn't push the progressive orthodoxy? I mean, as long as he wanted to. I think Bill Gates is a true believer. I don't believe it. I don't believe you at all if you think he's not a true believer in that nonsense.
I'm not quite sure what he believes in. I think he's involved in some. I think when people reach that level of wealth and power, I think that some unseen forces.
100% Lotus. He'd be in charge of Microsoft till the end of days, regardless of what anyone has or wants to say about it. 100%. 100%
like
confidence.
There's some things that Bill Gates does that you're like, why is he doing it? Like, why is he spending hundreds of millions to circumcise people in Africa?
Well, he wants other people to be permanently damaged. Oh, shit! Bosiv just subscribed monthly! Bosiv, thank you for joining. I know, Johnny, this is... Hold on.
Do your thing.
Alright, thank you so much, Bosiv, for joining the Ghost Gang, the Spectre Squad, the Phantasm Phalanx, the Apparition Alliance, the Poltergeist Posse, the Undead Underground. Thank you so much, Bosiv, for joining this ectoplasmic experience that is the Ghost Gang. And remember, Bosiv, the only way in and out of this gang is in a body bag. Thank you for the monthly subscription, Bosiv, and for your support, sir. Thank you so much. Alright, let's get back to killing bad guys.
Yeah, I think we got a boss here.
Yep, it's
Are we fighting boss version of Brick, Evil Brick?
We're fighting like Krieg's like bad thoughts about Brick and what's his name? The Latino. What's his name? Goddamn. Brick and Mordecai.
Brick and Morty?
Yep, yeah, exactly. We're gonna fight Brick and Morty. Gosh. You think it's shareholders and employees? I don't think it matters, Lotus.
Brick was my favorite one.
You're just here to come? Well, that's fine, sir. I did like Brick. Brick was cool.
I liked running around punching people.
Come on.
Are they still talking? Do we have to fight now? That looked like it was an intro to a boss fight. And now
it is an intro to a boss fight. We have to just wait for them to actually want to fight. Well, thank you, Bosif, for coming. Alright.
Okay, now we fight.
Oh, jeez! Fuck!
Let them hear your rage.
I don't think it's that naive. I've seen nothing... I think Bill Gates is the kind of person that could make people disappear. Quite easily.
Oh, I forgot that I have a mech again.
Yes. I can go invisible.
Oh, he seems to be immune to my mech for some reason.
That's not good.
He's just called Evil Brick. Yeah, he's immune. Is he taking damage from you?
Yeah, I've taken damage.
Oh, now he's taking damage again. He was doing something that made him...
And also, Post, if I help, you had a great stream, sir. To say no one really has control. The ability to make people disappear is contingent on it being a good progressive. I don't think so. I think you're overestimating the power of the progressive orthodoxy, Lotus.
Yeah, I mean, I think if the progressives, the SJWs, the commies, whatever, if they had complete control now, they wouldn't still be doing all the gay ops and everything that they're doing to try to control society. If they had control, they wouldn't be doing all the weird shit to manipulate us.
Well, Bosif says he's not even in charge of Microsoft anymore. I mean, by technical legal definition, isn't he still their controlling shareholder and their top board member? Maybe I'm missing what he is, but I thought Bill Gates was still controlling shareholder and like top member of the board, but he simply just stepped down his position as like his actual like named role. Okay, we dealt with evil Brick.
Brick and
Morty. Yeah, I know. Maybe
that was probably the joke they intended to, wasn't it?
Probably. Well, in this one, yeah, but like Borderlands 2, I think came out before that show even was out. Or no,
Yeah.
Borderlands 1. They're from 1.
I mean, but that's probably what they did here because
That's
now
like a fight
now
Rick and Morty.
Gearbox is controlled by the SJWs,
Yeah,
and they
exactly.
like Rick and Morty.
I don't-
About to die.
I'm gonna. My audience can hate this, but I don't hate Rick and Morty. I just think it's wasted so much potential.
I can actually say I have an opinion about it because I never actually watched it, but I've
okay.
met like there's certain things that I meet the fandom and I'm like,
no, I hate
I
the
don't want to
fandom
get
for-
into it.
Like, believe me, I love anime. I hate anime fans. They're the fucking worst. Like, normie anime fans are the fucking worst.
Can't say I disagree.
Gatekeeping 2020. That's my vote. I'm voting for No, I'm voting for Trump, but gatekeeping as well. I'm voting down ballot gatekeeping. God fucking damn it. 100%. Gates is never gonna do anything off script. Oh yeah, I know exactly. I'll give you that. Like, yeah, he's definitely very scripted in his. Well, I feel he went off script when he mentioned that, oh, we're gonna put a chip in every single person and try to. Oh my god! Like, dude, are you? I want my villains to be competent. Come on, don't be such a moron.
He's still kind of autistic and lets things slip.
I'm telling you, they're our friends, okay?
Yeah, no, I'll agree with that. He's not going off script.
This is a new gun I've never seen before. Must be a DLC thing.
Oh. My favorite was when it was, I think the Democrats in the House, they passed a bill that was like Bill 6666, and that was their contact tracing bill. And I'm just like, what are you idiot? What? Like, come on, are you that dumb? Like, I mean, it was like the most retarded thing ever.
You gotta wonder sometimes if they are satanic.
I mean, it's like you couldn't have waited one bill or like maybe 4. Just wait for 667 or something. Like everyone would have noticed, but no. Like you went out of your way. Did you guys go out of your way to make sure it was 666?
I guess we can feed him. See if you guys can find some skags nearby.
Although
well, some of the conspiracy guys would tell you that they rub it in your face on purpose.
Yeah, and that's one of those ones where you go, well, fuck, that's a perfect example. But what was it? I read a news article today, and it's and Breitbart, and they're like, apparently Bill Maher on his show complained about paying tons of taxes and not getting anything in SoCal, and I'm just like, no shit, you dumb motherfucker! You're at least rich!
I don't know if we get the same exact drops, but I just got an anointed Beastmaster shield here.
Ooh.
So, you could have that.
I think we set what if we have shared drops.
Well, we have our own drops, but I'm not sure if it duplicates the items exactly between us. You know?
Well, next time a orange drops, we'll bring that up.
Yeah.
Maybe though, it's just, you know, with the people fucking with us, it really is the old Sam Hyde bit, you know, they think it's funny.
Yeah, you know, that tweet is proven right so often, or at least you gotta wonder.
Yeah, sometimes you're just sitting there like,
It does seem like they want us dead and our children ripped. You know?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, the UK got a really real example of that in Rotherham. I remember that. God, Rotherham. I remember when I first heard about that, I was just like, oh, come on, it's not that bad. And then you look into it and like, holy shit, it is way worse. And then, you know, when Cologne, by the time Cologne happened, it was like, yeah, whatever. And?
If I was the father of a daughter in England, I'd start Fed posting, I'm telling you.
Well, yeah, I mean...
I'd end up in jail.
Yeah. Well, I think some did. That's the fucked up... That's probably the most fucked up part, is that some of them did. Well, wait, which one of those ghosts possess enemies?
The ghosts, well, the red ones fly around shooting things at you. The blue ones, they possess you and it kind of debuffs you.
Okay, unless you shoot them first.
Yeah. And the yellow ones drop a bunch of loot, so if you see those, try to kill them.
Yeah, okay. Keep shooting at my monkey.
And then also, it might get confusing because I'm using that grenade that summons a bunch of them that work for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, these red ones sometimes drop really good things too, but
Ominous pictures, free money is not sustainable. It's not.
Here's the take that anointed thingy.
Ooh, let me see. Ooh, one sec. A reinforced rectifier.
Rectum fire.
Exactly. I think that's what happened to Freddie Mercury. Oh wait, no, it was AIDS.
I think I need to swap out my gun soon.
There's the leg. Alright, let's go fill it up.
I don't even know what we're doing. what
we're
the objective is.
Trying to assault a meat castle in Krieg's brain in order to to make him sane, question mark?
Didn't he have some joke about meat bicycles or something?
Yeah. I mean, he always speaks in weird metaphors.
Insert this.
Flesh raw for the gaping maw.
That one actually makes sense.
Maybe one of these days I'll go back and actually play the Borderlands 2 DLC.
Well, there wasn't any. His DLC was just as a character. He didn't really have any like story DLC.
Oh, he was just the character.
Yeah, it was just the character Krieg. This is actually like the first like. They have like the audio logs, but this is like the first information we've gotten about him outside of those, I think.
I see. I guess they haven't had a DLC yet with the Necromancer character. I guess they'll do that eventually.
Yeah, I thought they would do Gage in this one, but they did not.
Or maybe they're just not because they kind of have a mech character in this game.
That's
true.
The Hard Seller Immigration Act? Which argument? The civil rights. God, so don't even get me started on civil rights. I will scream.
Yeah, that'll work.
As a freedom-loving American, civil rights is the worst thing that ever happened to this country.
Well, it is a common argument to say that this country started falling apart when they did the Hart Celler Act, and
I mean,
I find it hard to disagree with that.
It was a nail. It was one of the nails in the coffin, but civil rights is just one of the most egregious things that has ever happened.
Bon voyage.
Ever.
Well, civil rights just means anti-white rights.
No, civil rights just means you have to do whatever we tell you to, or you're a bad person. That's really what it is. I mean, like, if you want to put it simply. Does it end up being anti-white? Yes.
Who needs to do as they tell you?
Yeah.
The white people do.
Pretty much. That's only the people who it's used against.
I have dreamed of this day. The great celestial.
Because I really do. It took some sort of cognitive dissonance and discomfort for me to arrive at these conclusions, but I'm forced to think that it just comes down to them hating white people. I think that
honestly,
we as a group stand in the way of whatever stupid goals they have.
Yeah, I think it's more just the idea that the government couldn't tell you what to do. Kind of, I think, a lot of people abhor that idea. You know,
we're supposed to shoot down the moon.
Yes, we do. Forgot about that. Here we go.
That's hilarious.
Yes, it is pretty. This part of the DLC is pretty hilarious.
Because I was like, what's our objective now? And I look in the corner. And
shoot the moon.
I can admit when I was wrong. Go pick up the moon.
Go pick up the moon.
Well, this is just beyond the pale.
That's not a moon. That's a space station.
And ominous picks that Civil Rights Act didn't help anything at all. At all. Like, it's not beneficial for society at all. The idea that you're forced to interact with people is not good for either group, because one group it just breeds resentment, and the other group it breeds entitlement. You know, it's just like it's a terrible for society. Even if you try to look at it in this weird, obnoxious, like, parent way of, like, dealing with, you know, with, like, government and culture.
When you put it that way, you and I are in complete agreement.
Yeah, no, like, I will never defend civil rights, because it's one of the worst policy decisions ever made. And how did they get it? Violence. You could tell.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. Did they peacefully show up and go, oh, hey, why don't we'll bet we'd all like to have these civil rights going on. Instead, it's just, nope. Just give us our shit or we're going to burn shit down. And guess what? They got their way.
And guess what? It's still happening.
Yeah. Did everyone just start, like, holding hands and getting along afterwards? Did we all just kind of go, oh, we're all friends? No. No, it got worse.
Yep. I mean, I remember this shit going on in the 90s, and now we're just seeing it all happen again. It's like, when are we gonna do something about this?
Yeah, people say, like, oh, these BLM riots, they only started a couple years ago. Did you fuckers not live through the frickin' LA riots?
I think we had a few, maybe a decade in the early 2000s where racial tensions were starting to feel like they were low. Maybe we were getting past it, and it kind of fooled us into thinking that it was over with. But no, these are just things that are in our tribal nature. They've been with us for tens of thousands of years, and this is just the most recent manifestation of it.
Yep. It never has negative ramifications for the left long term to incite racial tensions? Generally not. They basically just get away with it. And we sit here, wring our hands, try to be fair.
Well, they don't care about these grievances. They just use it to overturn shit.
It is a tool. They are the useful idiots. They're gonna give us UBI, and the worst part is we did give people UBI. We did give people free money that they didn't earn, that they didn't need. Well, I mean, and why? Yeah, they didn't need it because they should have been allowed to work. No reason a 20-something doesn't can't go out during the situation.
Yeah.
Let's just call it that, shall we?
Well, there are. YouTube. I mean, I will say that there's a lot of fucked up incentives in our system. Like, I'm somebody that I like to work with my hands. I like to do things with my hands, and I don't think that's even necessarily just the purview of dumb people either.
No, I didn't say. And, I would never say that. I mean, really smart blue collar workers out there. Like, and I know a lot of really fucking dumb white collar workers. Let me just put it at that, okay? I know a lot of women in accounting departments that I would never trust with that job.
I mean, but they're like people just have different natures. They fit in different environments. They're better at different tasks, you know. And some people have spatial intelligence where we like to build shit. And I'm someone that if our society didn't decide one day, hey, we're gonna send all this blue collar work overseas, maybe I would have wanted to be a farmer or something. But no, all those jobs go to Mexican immigrants. Or maybe I would have wanted to work in a factory. But no, all those jobs get sent to China and India.
Yep.
But I mean, I'm doing construction. At least we still have need for that for the
Right.
most part.
They can't as well outsource that, but I don't know, man. I've been to Home Depot before. They outsource that job every day, but contracting is usually good work for people that are citizens.
Well, I used to also work in data networking, and a lot of that work now is going to the H-1B visas too.
Yep. Wasn't enough to outsource it. Nope. Bring their problems here. Yeah, the H-1B workers I've worked with, not people you want to work with.
I mean, I come from a family that is blue collar, but my father is a master electrician, and you can't be stupid and be a master electrician.
Yeah.
And you know, it used to be, maybe before the boomers fucked everything up, it used to be that a man could make a six-figure income on that, or better, you could get rich on that.
Well,
if you
if you take it in today's
company.
money, you were making probably $200,000 a year. Not today's,
Yeah.
but yesterday's, or whatever the value of yesterday's money was at the time.
Right. Like, I mean, we know a couple of old timers that they started their own contracting companies, and they got pretty rich doing just skilled construction work.
Yep.
And yeah, it just became much harder to do that after they started replacing everyone with immigrant labor, because it creates this cycle where there's no entry-level positions anymore. So you don't have the next generation learning skills.
Well, you also have a whole class of people that are unfairly outcompeting you by virtue of having lower barrier to entry to the industry. You know, they don't pay as much taxes, many of them steal social security numbers, so they steal people's tax refunds at the same time as they're working. Like, there's, you know, they don't have to pay a lot of taxes that you as a citizen have to pay.
And a lot of those opportunities are coming down to them from the top.
Yep.
So yeah, and then you end up with you know, guys like, to bring up my father again, he's got 35 years experience now in his field, and he should be able to live pretty well, if not live like a king, you know. But there's just so much of this cheap labor being imported and this fuckery going on under the table that it ruins things for working men.
Yep.
And that's just not right.
Well, I mean, that's just the way it is. Like, it's not right, it's not wrong, it's just the way it is. I mean, you would have a very reasonable argument to make that it's wrong that this is happening, but, like, I don't know. I think it's just people with their own interests doing what they want, you know.
Now, get to that last category.
Now.
But I think it's detrimental to the well-being of a nation.
Sure, absolutely.
This is coming.
You're not wrong.
This is coming from people who have no loyalty to any particular nation, and if they fuck up one of them, they move to another one.
Well, I mean, I'm leaving here, so how good can I be?
Go on, get the catapult ready.
I've given this country enough time.
You're gonna go off to Asia and find a waifu?
I'm gonna go get married, have some happy kids, live as a second-class citizen. That's so much to ask.
No, I can't blame you. I mean, we all want a white flight in our own way. I want to get out of New York because there's nothing for me here anymore. And there's a part of me that thinks that maybe I want to be one of those old man farmers, just get a plot of land and start
if you can
growing
afford
some
one, I mean, you gotta be careful with that because you can get like in an endless cycle of debt with that.
Yeah, I guess there's fuckery with that too.
Right, you gotta be careful. I mean, because if you could be you basically become you can become a modern day sharecropper. Effectively, you don't want that.
I mean, that's just something I thought about. I think that's just kind of a dream, but I just know I want to get the hell out of the city.
You're not wrong, sir. I get out of here as soon as possible because it's toxic for your soul. I hate to use that word toxic, but it really is.
I mean, maybe it would be like nice to be doing that, but not surviving off it, or not owe a debt for the farm. Just have like a piece of property that you can do some gardening on and raise some chickens or something.
Yeah.
For your own consumption.
Yeah, have a dog, have some chickens,
Fair point.
It's like,
I guess
live a
you
nice,
do make
simple
an
life.
exception for her.
Yeah, I haven't actually owned a dog in years. I wouldn't mind having one of those.
Yeah, I know. I bet it's hard in New York.
Yeah, I had one when we lived in New Jersey, and it had a little yard to run around in.
That's nice.
I wouldn't keep one cooped up, and also I am allergic to them, so I would have to keep it outside.
Yeah, no, I don't even think it's worth it to keep a dog if you're gonna keep it outside. Like it's not worth it because it's not good for the dog's mental state. Because they interpret it as like that if they can't come inside, like they interpret it as they're separated from their pack, and like that's death in nature. So their instincts are telling your dog if it's kept outside, like that it's dying basically. It's being left out there to starve. Like it's not a situation you want to put your dog in.
No, that might be. I don't know. I think if you play with it a lot and you feed it, it's still okay. I don't know. You might be right.
But this is why dogs are left outside. They dig a lot. They do a lot of like nervous tendencies because it fucks with them really bad. Unfortunately, I'm not allergic.
The dog I had when I was still a teenager, and my mother kept it after I moved away. But they kept the dog in the backyard, and then it lived in the garage during the winter.
Yeah, honestly, what you ought to get is one of those weird hypoallergenic dogs. I know they're not like cool or manly dogs, but
nah, then I just won't get a dog, you know.
Yeah.
I've always actually owned reptiles. I have a couple of turtles now. I like turtles.
I do like turtles. They're kind of cool. I know that just sounds like an autistic thing to say, but turtles are cool.
Yeah. They're nice little animals. They're harmless.
Yeah. It's always hard to watch those videos of their babies being born and they try to go to the beach and they just all get eaten by literally everything.
That's how nature works.
Yeah. Although, like, I like to imagine that, like, the turtles that make it through are, like, punished turtle. You know, they've got, like, an eye patch and shit, and they're, like, a big scar, and, like, you don't know the things I've seen.
I watched my other siblings die right there on the beach.
Unable to help at all.
Welcome back, little friend.
I made it in the water. No one else did.
It was like it's like Normandy.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's like reverse D-Day. Get back in the water.
Reverse D-Day. Yeah.
Mom, Dad, why didn't you just plant me in the water?
I watched my buddies get mowed down right there in the sand.
I
It's
see
horrible.
their faces every day.
I see them getting chewed by predators.
I hear their
What do you
screams.
on? I don't even know.
I hear their screams every day. It lives with you.
That seems like something that would be like a Family Guy cutaway or something like.
They might have. I haven't watched a few seasons. I think, like, for me, like, the last straw was for Family Guy was that awful Trump episode they did. That was just terrible.
Did they do one of those? I haven't watched it in a few years, but there were a few seasons there where they were pretty funny.
Yeah, but it was like the most egregious, like, I was like, oh, he wants to fuck his daughter. It's like, no,
That's ridiculous.
you morons.
At least, like, when South Park did it, they were making fun of both sides. That's just what they do.
Well, I mean, Hillary was just so utterly evil that, like, how could you not?
Yeah.
Even they couldn't get away with it. Them and their black stepsons could not get away with it.
Do they have black stepsons?
They're both
in
married
real
to
life?
black women. I don't know if it's their sons or stepsons, but very weird.
No, that's so, like, stereotypical conservative these days. Like the normal.
I don't care. I'd smash the fuck out of Kathy Sue.
I don't know who that is.
She's like the kind of Con Inc. like Chinese girl that won like Miss Michigan or something and had it taken away because she wore like a Trump hat or something. so she was like a popular figure for a
I
hot
like you
minute.
better dead.
But she's a cutie. I don't care. I don't care if you're a con anchor. I could change her. I could give her the red pill.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't hook up with an Asian girl or anything, so I don't blame
You don't have to admit anything you don't want to, okay?
No, I think after we had that conversation where I was saying we should have white babies and stuff, I think you assumed that that means I'm like, ew, Asian girls.
No, I never assumed that. I think most people, most even, you give her some pills if you know. No, Lotus, no! Lotus, no!
There is a certain type of Asian girl that I'm not attracted to, like the ones that have no secondary sexual characteristics. They have no breasts, no hips.
Yeah. On that note, though, I do think I gotta get back to work now, so this is a good time to sign off. Thanks, Johnny. We'll continue this some other day of the week, definitely. But I just felt I was like, well, you're on. It looks like you're online. Let's see. I hadn't really picked a game yet, but thanks, Johnny. I don't know if Star Wars will be this week, but we'll see.
I'll try to do that. I've been looking forward to it.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll try to get it going. Ominous, thanks for hanging out.
If you can, but
No, I'll do my best to get it set up. Lotus, thanks for hanging out. Ominous, thank you, Bosif, for the sub. Thank you, I think Lotus dropped by. Spencer dropped by. Yes, indeed. Fed dropped by. Thank you, everyone, for dropping by. I'm going to go host... who's even live? I'm going to go host Abby. She's a good gal. Yeah, I'll go host Abby. She's a good gal. She only got 10 people watching. Let's go help her out. Go follow Abby. I'll be back this evening, probably in 6 or 7 hours. Johnny, you want to say anything before I sign off?
No, that's it. That was fun, and bye, chat.
Yep, thanks for hanging out, Johnny. Thanks for hanging out, chat. I'll be back tonight. I will